Your savings account isn't making you richer. It's quietly making you poorer, and banks depend on you not understanding why. For decades, we've been conditioned to believe a savings account is the ultimate safe harbor for our money. We meticulously deposit our hard-earned cash, watching the balance tick up, feeling a sense of security. But here's the truth. That sense of security is an illusion, a cleverly constructed facade. While your principal might be guaranteed, its purchasing power is being relentlessly eroded, day by day, by a silent thief nobody talks about in polite financial company. This thief has a name: inflation. Imagine for a moment a crisp $100 bill you tucked away 10 years ago. It's still a $100 bill in your statement, right? But if you tried to buy groceries, fill your gas tank, or pay for a coffee with that same amount today, you'd quickly realize it buys significantly less. The bank shows you a number, but they conveniently ignore the real-world value of what that number represents. Your money isn't just sitting there, it's being slowly eaten away. So, while your money is losing its buying power, what exactly are banks doing with it? They're not just letting it gather dust. Every single dollar you deposit becomes a tool for them to generate massive profits. They pay you a minuscule interest rate, often a fraction of a percent, then turn around and lend that same money out at rates 5, 10, even 20 times higher. This gap, this chasm between what they pay you and what they charge others, is called the net interest margin, and it's their golden goose. The wealthy, those who truly understand how money works, know this fundamental principle. That's why you rarely see them parking substantial capital in traditional savings accounts for long periods. They understand that money that isn't growing is dying. They move it, they invest it, they make it work for them, while most of us are left holding the bag, or rather, the savings passbook. But the trap goes deeper than just inflation. Beyond the invisible loss of purchasing power, there are direct, measurable drains on your money that many accounts subtly impose. Think about those maintenance fees for not meeting a certain balance, or the limits on how many times you can move your own money without incurring a charge. These aren't accidental oversights. They're carefully crafted rules designed to extract more value from you, or to coerce you into keeping more money in their hands than you might otherwise need. It's like a tiny, leaky faucet, constantly dripping away your funds, and you barely notice it because the drops are so small, but over time, they accumulate into a significant loss. Have you ever felt that nagging worry about dipping below a minimum balance, just to avoid a fee? That's the system at work, subtly dictating how you manage your own finances. Then there's the cruel irony of taxes. Even if your savings account manages to eke out a meager 0.5% interest, and inflation is roaring at 3% or more, you're still liable to pay income tax on that 0.5% gain. Think about that for a second. You're losing 3% of your purchasing power, but the government still taxes you on the tiny sliver of interest you received, which doesn't even cover a tenth of that loss. It's a phantom gain, a taxable event that leaves you demonstrably poorer in real terms. Are you truly gaining, or just treading water while paying someone else for the privilege of holding your money? It's a double whammy. Your money loses value, and then you pay the government for the illusion that it didn't. So, if traditional savings accounts are such a liability, what's the alternative? What do banks themselves and the financially savvy actually do with their cash? They embrace strategies that allow their money to work as hard as they do, often harder. This means understanding and utilizing investment vehicles, higher-yield savings alternatives that actually keep pace with inflation, or even considering real assets that appreciate over time. The secret isn't necessarily about taking huge risks, but about being educated and intentional. It's about recognizing that your cash, left idle in a low-interest account, isn't just stagnant, it's a resource that's actively depreciating. The moment you understand this, the entire landscape of your financial future shifts. The hidden trap of savings accounts isn't a conspiracy, but a systemic truth that benefits banks enormously. They don't want you awake to the reality that your money could be doing so much more for you, because your ignorance is their profit. It's time to stop letting your money merely exist and start demanding that it thrive. Take the time to understand where your money truly stands, and reclaim its power.